How many decisions do you think you make each day? If you ask it on Google, the answer will range from 70 to 35,000. If you ask me, it's the wrong question to be asking at all. That's because we are interested in ethics. In ethics, we are not concerned about the quantity of your decisions. We care about the quality. You might want to think of ethics as a tool that helps us to create the difference between the good ones and the bad ones. Ethics is the branch of philosophy that asks us the practical question, what should we do? This leads to the study of things like values, principles, norms, and beliefs. These are the things that shape our choices. Ethics help us define the conditions of a good choice and then figure out which of our available options is the best one. Let's say you have a close friend, Isabel, confides in you that she is struggling with depression. She is feeling isolated and alone, but when she is invited to go out, she finds it impossible to do. She don't want anyone else to know. She is trusting this information to you alone. Sharing information about her depression might help Isabel be treated with more empathy and compassion, but it would be a breach of trust. And if Isabel found out, especially in a vulnerable state, who knows what might happen? Keep the secret and allow Isabel to be socially isolated, or break Isabel's trust but to it for their benefit. Answering this question means getting clear on what matters, our values and principles. Our values are the things that we hold to be good, and therefore we care about most deeply. Things like justice, knowledge, family, and equality. In this case, we're likely to value both worthiness and compassion, which pull us in different directions. So it looks like an appeal to values alone won't solve this dilemma. We don't just need to know what's good, but we need to know what's right. So this is where your principles come in. Principles determine the acceptable ways of getting what we value. So how do we select which values and principles that we're going to adopt? And how do we make choices when we face a conflict between what is good or good versus good and right versus right? So every time we make a choice, we change the world. And what kind of world do you want to live in? Whether you make one choice in a day or 35,000 choices in a day, choices you can justify. So what's important is that you make choices that are good and that are right. That's what makes your choices actively yours.